Lucky Lefty podcast. What's good? I hope you guys are enjoying that Pac-12 championship game. Left was in the workforce today, so we couldn't do a show. But hey, man, I welcome a brand new addition to the 2025 recruiting class, son of Ike Taylor from the NFL. Ivan Taylor commits to Notre Dame at the safety position. He is the highest ranked safety that Notre Dame has gotten a commitment from since, I think, 2006,
There we go.
according to ESPN.
There we go.
So, we're going to give you a little something because we know everybody wants to go back to this exciting game. And hopefully Caleb DeBoer doesn't blow it because, in my opinion, well, let's get to it. We're brought to you by Notre Whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. At Premium American Whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. And if you drink, make sure you drink
responsibly.
That's at MalikZaire.com as well. You can also go there for all your travel needs during the holiday season. Airfare, airlines, hotels, lodging, MalikZaire.com. All right, man. What's smoking? Yo, we are on CFB Nation presented by Twisted Tea. Hey. So what's smoking is, this Pac-12 championship game, bruh. We came out expecting, something similar to the first matchup. Two heavyweights. We expected haymakers going back and forth. And what we got in the first half was, Washington might just be the better team.
Yeah, that's a team that's like, you know what, we closing this out the right way. We want to get in that playoff spot.
Let me tell you something. This is something I said about Notre Dame. And see, you guys have to remember this. When you play good teams, it's not about the final score. It's about whether or not you can win the game. And when everybody was talking about Washington struggling down the end of the season, nobody wanted to point out they were playing without their top two safeties. Nobody wanted to mention that. Nobody wanted to talk about their nickelback being injured. Nobody wanted to talk about that. They didn't want to talk about how that affects the linebackers and the coverages and the things you can do with communication. Nobody wanted to talk about that. No one talked about the fact that their wide receiver core was injured, and this is the first game. They have all three of them back, their top three. Nobody wanted to talk about that left. And when you can face adversity as a team and still find a way to win, that builds character, bro. So when Washington saw that 9-point favorite at the beginning of the week on the side of Oregon, they were like, okay, all right. Like, people just act like we were full strength in these last 3 weeks. And
That's
I think
right.
they came out and showed it in the first half.
That's absolutely right. It's a team that always wasn't full strength and was still able to pull off some great victories tight. But now being full strength, they're not playing around.
Yep. It is it's amazing, man. That's just football, bro. That's football.
But it's also good to just see
go
a
ahead,
team
Lefty.
be complete. I think Washington is probably outside of Georgia the most complete team from an effective threat position where offensively, you know what they got, and defensively, they've been able to hold some good teams and play great complementary football with each other. So I think that this isn't a gimmick Pac-12 offense like Oregon, which I think Oregon is struggling with. This is the end of the year. Teams are locked in and comfortable in their calls and schemes, and the gimmick bubbles and short stuff and playing in space isn't going to win the big games, and Oregon always gets exposed towards the end of the year with that.
And then, look, see, this is just the football guys, right? Because Oregon has pretty much been full strength. Jordan Burch goes down. Franklin hurts his left shoulder, and you could tell he can't do anything. That's why that pass interference was so lame, because he can't raise his left arm, bro. You saw it like on the play before. where he was running trying to block and he was holding it close to him. And it's like, dude, this dude is trying to play with one arm. It's like, man, if I'm a watching the DB coach, I'm like, man, smack that dude's arm and shoulder all night long.
Every time.
Every time. Because it was evident. They're probably going to shoot it up at halftime, but yo, you can tell he's not at 100%. And the fact that they gave him, like, dude, he wasn't even attempting to go get the ball. That pass interference led to that late touchdown, but Caleb DeBoer, as you said on Twitter, left, just getting conservative with that third down call.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
man,
I think that's like a necessarily safe call. That's something Notre Dame would call. You got all of the best offense with, well, probably the best offense with chemistry that's playing right now. Everything that y'all do, and with the guys that you have right there, definitely not the call I'm making.
and it's amazing. Left, by the way, I predicted, just so you know, I would have never watched Liberty football if you had not done their games this year. Never. I
It's
wouldn't.
a good team, huh?
And dude, that Liberty New Mexico State game is a fantastic. Like,
Oh yeah.
dude,
Oh yeah.
go catch it. It's in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I'm about
It
to
went to
check
the
that right
fourth
now.
quarter like 35-35. That
Oh
game
yeah.
has been fantastic.
And the play calling is great in that game too. I already know.
Absolutely. Dude, that Liberty offense,
I
yo,
love it. I love
man.
it. We should run in Notre Dame. That's how you get the most out of all the players on the field.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's been just one of those days left. As I said before, Ivan Taylor was added to the 2025 class. He is the son of Ike Taylor, NFL defensive back for many years, Super Bowl champion. And left, man, look, as I said, highly ranked player. And Notre Dame really hasn't done a great job recruiting the safety position. But with this kid right here left, I look, man, I think Notre Dame really has a chess piece defensively, bro. And I said this earlier, left. Notre Dame has multiple safeties in the NFL, but they don't have a lot of top 50, top 100, first, second round safeties, right? You think about Harrison Smith, and you think about your guy, you think about Harrison Smith, and you think about Kyle Hamilton, and other
Yeah, we
than
got
that,
a guy that's a top ranked guy that isn't going to the usual suspect top ranked defenses as well.
man, and from Florida, you know. So he was a heavy, heavy lean to Notre Dame left. As you watch some of his film, man, you'll see him because he plays a lot of cornerback as well. So he has
Well, we
great hips.
definitely need more of a cover corner. I think we've gotten to see what a cover corner can sort of look like in Xavier Watts being able to be around the football,
Hmm.
but also just having that wealth of experience and knowledge. I think, Ike Taylor's done a great job of just mentoring his son about the game and realizing the importance of, you know, taking advantage of an opportunity like Notre Dame. And then you add the legacy part where he's not dying to be in search of the next big thing. He kind of has it in his dad. So it's, a good opportunity for us to recruit something in that space to where we have some NFL legacy back there.
So, Left, talk about DNA. I asked him earlier on the interview that I did with Ryan Roberts, that's over there on the recruiting hour from earlier on IB. Um, what do you prefer, interception or big hit? And knowing who his dad was, I should have expected the answer, but he was like quick with it, like, oh, big hit. Like, give me the big hit. And for him to have the cover skills and that physical mentality, that bodes well.
Absolutely, a guy who's not afraid to hit at safety is just another wealth of experience in the box to stop the run game,
Hmm.
and just the playmaking ability it turns into when you're a big hitter. Tip balls, forced fumbles, game-changing plays. So if we can get that at Notre Dame at that secondary spot, it'll prove that Mike Mickens is on his way. And that's what I said before he committed was that in Mike Mickens we trust,
Well,
and
Chris
it's his line.
O'Leary, he's playing safety, so Chris O'Leary is his main recruiter, but
But same difference.
same difference, yeah. especially as far as development.
You want that to be stout in a game where the passing is developing, and a big reason why we're in the top 10 is because of the secondary.
And dude, if you're watching this Pac-12, as we said before, Washington has had to play. Look, Washington has actually closed games with their defense
Isn't that amazing?
when their offense has been down. Their defense has closed the games out, and they did it without their two starting safeties. That's why people make all these excuses, and oh, JD Bertrand and play. I don't care. If you're a great team, you find a way to win games to get the job done, bro.
You're a great
All of
team,
that
yeah.
stuff, all of that stuff about this team whose offense is pretty much the face of the program and the quarterback closed games out down the stretch with a defense that wasn't at 100%. That's a mark of a great team. Like you said, Left, you might be right. And they might get the opportunity to show it if they can close it out in the college football playoff. They might be the second most complete team in college football behind Georgia. They just might be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In terms of just complementing each other well, game changing plays on both sides. They both pick up where each other may slack. And it's good football to watch on TV. You know, these other teams, they don't excite me watching them on TV because you just see glaring things that you know that good teams are going to take advantage of, like a Michigan, like an Ohio State, like a Florida State. So this is a team that, you know, deserves to be at least in the top two spots.
Mhm. So once again, this young man is uber talented, man. It was a pleasure to meet the young man, talk to him. Of course, one of the main reasons he got up to Notre Dame for a visit the initial time was because of his mom. So I said, thank you, mom, and thank you to his dad for listening to his son and what he eventually wanted to do and committing to Notre Dame earlier today. Uh,
We number one in moms. We know that.
man, always, right?
We won't lose that battle.
Man, there were actually a couple of moms in the 24 cycle left that kind of threw Notre Dame for a loop, though. Right? One
Hmm.
preferred Duke over Notre Dame, and then the other one was just like, I'm not getting on a plane
Hmm.
to come up there. So that was just a few examples of weird happenings when it comes to moms that usually don't happen when it comes to Notre Dame.
That's exactly right. You call it weird because it don't happen often.
Absolutely. And as our guy Ryan Roberts says, he is absolutely a fantastic and a great kid. He just really is. Super chat, Raymond Harden. Thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, just wanted to show my support. Go Irish. That's right. Go Irish, man. So, Left, you wanted to talk about a certain receiver that jumped in the transfer portal that kind of upset you today?
Yeah, man. It upset me at first because you know we are getting bit by a little bit of the run fast while you can, while kick us while you're down, leave while the boat is appearing to sink,
Mm-hmm.
jumping ship. But then you got to think back to who we are as a team and who we got as our head coach. And you always remember, you say, we're not in the business of keeping somebody that doesn't want to be kept. And I think for us, it's a good thing because we've been looking for some guys that want to take over that spot. And these are guys that didn't want to stick it out and do it. I think Marcus Freeman did a good job by getting rid of what he felt like was the issue when as fast as he could, but it also brings in an opportunity to bring in fresh bodies that can change the narrative a little bit at that receiver position.
So, what was it about the Rico Flores post and situation that rubs you the wrong way, per
Well, as
se?
a young guy and a starter or being an influential player, especially in crunch moments of the season, you caught a big touchdown against Ohio State and had some things rolling. You would think that that's a landing spot for you to grow because you know unless you going somewhere that is offering you buku amount of dollars, but I don't think your talent is going to be able to last that different opportunity. So I think it's interesting because that is a reflection on Marcus Freeman in the sense that you can't convince a young kid that's starting to stay. I think that says something, but it definitely ties to go back to what the kid committed there for, and if that's his guy, that's his guy.
Yeah, I think the thing that stood out is that usually the order when thinking or crafting one of these transfer portal posts is usually thank you to the University of Notre Dame, thank you to Marcus Freeman, and thank you to the fans. It was evident, how he felt with what went down with his tweet early in the week, right after the firing of Chancey Stuckey, and then his post where he thanked Chancey Stuckey before he thanked anybody else. So it's hilarious, right? And the conspiracy theorists out there, you know,
That's right. The conspiracy theories.
that want to try to make it about everything else than what's smacking us in the face. Like, why is Deion Cozy staying? Because Marcus Freeman convinced him to.
Hey, hey,
Why did this cat leave? Because Marcus Freeman couldn't convince him.
that's it.
Like, dude, there is no, Chancey being fired should have solved everything. No, sometimes the apology, the flowers, and the corresponding move doesn't work.
Don't worry, it's a little too late.
If you ever made a mistake while you were dating a girl, you know exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes the I'm sorry ain't good enough. Sometimes it's not. And in this case, for certain people, certain parents, it wasn't good enough for them and their sons. It wasn't. Doesn't mean they didn't experience the same thing or have the same mindset towards the coach. They took inventory of the situation and decided, nah, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. And that's just it.
And that's all right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. JG, Great House was one of his guys. He decided to stay.
Surprise, surprise.
He was cool with the change. He was cool with what he heard from Marcus Freeman and Jared Parker. People react differently. This is, I promise you, it's not an episode of CSI, bro. It's not. It's not, man. It's not. It's called people, human beings. That's all it is. That's it. That's it. Man, I saw that. It was actually somebody on the IB board. Like, I don't believe what Brian Driscoll is saying. Nobody else is reporting. Maybe the other people don't have the same connects.
All information ain't good information.
Maybe you don't. Maybe they don't have the connects to the people they need to be talking to.
Maybe it's just not plugged in,
Maybe their only connect is Rico.
Look
I'm
at that.
sorry. I don't know what else to tell you.
Maybe it's going from the horse's mouth.
That's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much our connect. Horse's mouth, going all the way back to what? Before April? And then April was another little breadcrumb. Like, okay. And next thing you know, here we are.
That's where the relationships come in.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. It is what it is, man.
It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see what exactly is the next big move for Marcus Freeman in another offseason. He's been dealing with some pretty interesting off seasons. Not the offensive coordinator being an issue last year. Now you got to replace a room and make it somewhat effective? Because right now there's a lot of lost confidence in there.
I don't is it lost confidence? I guess trust. I could trust and lost confidence. It's kind of similar, I guess, left. Yeah, you probably on the right page. You're probably on the right page with that one.
Especially just because it's like, okay, they don't even know who's coming in. You got guys thinking about their own careers. You have young guys are leaving when older dudes are staying.
Hmm.
It puts a lot of stress on, well, what are we thinking? Are we rebuilding? We transitioning? We rocking with the guys staying? Or what's the loyalty factor? Because that's what college football comes down to, the loyalty factor and the trust in relationships. And right now, you see relationship guys who leave who they somewhat came in with, right?
Hmm.
And guys that still love the opportunity of where they at. And I think the opportunity of where they at is more important than a guy being their coach there, because we're gonna be in opportunities for you to. If you're a dude, it don't matter.
Hmm.
So most times, guys that are dudes, they're gonna be where they at.
Hmm. You know who else is going to be successful wherever they go? Good students, left.
Oh yeah,
You know, people can actually like get the most out of their education at other universities, right?
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. And there are young men that actually come to the University of Notre Dame that don't take advantage of the opportunity to get a great education.
That's possible.
Not because they leave, because they don't apply themselves while they're there. It happens. I'm just saying it happens. So those people
Possible.
that think, see this is what young men all over the world that are jumping into this portal are telling college programs. We have the leverage now,
Yeah.
right? They're looking at these programs and saying, look at me, look at me. I am the captain. I control my fate. I don't have to wait on you. I can make a move now after my freshman year and still have 4 years of eligibility. Like, dude, it's a different world. It's 2023. And wide receivers are perky dudes anyway. They just different. Wide receivers, the egos you have to deal with on every level.
Ohio State going through some of that too in the receiver room.
Hmm? Ohio State is getting 5-star dudes though. Now, something going on with the development, but well, I don't understand. Man, can you explain to me why this cat Caleb DeBoer doesn't use Dylan Johnson more, dog? Because I swear every time that he gets the ball, it's like he
Every
breaks.
time, it's like there's an easy 12, 15 yards.
Dude, I know he has some studs on the outside, but I'm like, good gracious, man.
And that ball. That's what I'm saying. You got dudes like that and you throwing screens on third down, hand the ball off.
Yeah, it is. It's something else. But man, let me tell you, man, it is an era, a new era in college football, right? Because most people say, man, kids are gonna regret leaving before they get that degree, and it's like, man, look,
Why? Why?
like
Why?
Notre Dame is not the only great degree, dude. I went to the University of Illinois in the middle of cornfields, bro. Do you understand? Illinois is top 10 in business and engineering in the world, dog.
Yeah, in the world.
That's a respect. That's a hell of a respected degree. University of Illinois. It's with plenty of worldwide networks, especially in the Chicago area. I just don't understand why people don't understand that, dude. You can get a quality education so many places, bro.
You can get a college education on the computer these days.
And it scares me when people act like, man, these kids, their futures are wrecked by this decision. How? How? it shouldn't shock you that some families and some people actually value development and getting to the NFL over a degree.
Look at Jalen Guyton.
I don't know why that shocks.
Jalen Guyton came to Notre Dame, receiver. Bunch of stuff happened. He gets let go. Now he's still playing with the Chargers at receiver.
It
No,
is, it's one of those things, and I think it's just part of, you know, kind of feeling jilted as fans sometimes, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, man, these young men like Tobias Merriweather, dude, that was an easy decision, bro.
easily.
Easy decision,
We was calling it before the season even was over.
dude. It was an
Last
easy
year when we're
decision.
looking at his stats,
Easy decision. It's like, man, um, I got 2 years, man, for my dream. No, I don't know. I don't trust. I hear what you're saying. I hear you say, wait until after the bowl. We're gonna get a new guy. No, no, I don't. I don't trust. No, let me go find somebody I have a relationship with from my recruitment that I can trust. That's a more suitable, sustainable, and stable situation.
because
It's an easy situation.
that's the backlash of a transfer quarter QB is that if it doesn't work out, you don't have no chemistry, and you're a vet on the team that's bringing in quote unquote rookie guys from outside in.
Hmm.
So you're no different than a rookie receiver as a JT's position because you got a brand new quarterback with chemistry with nobody. So he can develop a stronger chemistry with a true freshman like Rico just because he's the first year. So Tobias and J what's the true advantage that JT has or Deion Coasley has or any of these guys have with a Sam Hartman who came in the summer,
Mm.
in the spring. So that throws off a lot in the room to where JT is looking at it like, hey, well, yeah, I want to stay for Notre Dame and all of that, but
Well, Penix and Bo Nix just shared terrible decisions. Dude, it's like Bo just outdid Penix. He throws the pick. Bo Nix comes back. You know what? Hold my beer.
Bo Nix is not a guy that takes me as a seizing the moment and the opportunity. He's more like, I'll beat up on all the games I'm supposed to win. Because we done seen him versus Georgia look like he wasn't gonna have the season he had at Oregon his first year.
Hmm.
But every big time game he gets on TV, I'm just not impressed. You know.
Oh,
But,
they
but
might
yeah,
end up getting the ball back because the defender was out of bounds.
the balance. But still, just though I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
It is.
Cause it's such a gimmick offense. It's like
Yeah,
one
like
hand off.
people are like, man, he completes 80% of his passes. Like that's not. He's not doing that in the NFL,
No, no. Cause he's gonna have
especially if
to.
he goes to a bad team.
He's gonna
That's
have to throw the football. That's why.
he says he's gonna have to throw the football. What is he doing? Not left if he's not throwing it.
He's just pitching and skipping rocks and then every once in a while throwing a bomb because everybody's tired of chasing people in open field.
Mm,
But he's not reading a bunch of
yeah.
stuff. He's not making any tremendous like Michael Penix is making crossers, deep balls, back shoulders, one on one, all type of throws. Bo Nix is throwing screens, drags, go routes, trick plays.
So is that the same rule for defenders? Like if you reestablish yourself, you can't be the first person to touch the ball. Is that the same thing for defensive backs?
I really only thought that was for offense.
Yeah, I thought it was for offense as well because it looks like the young man
Because how can you bank
reestablished.
on the defender being hands on the football in a given play? So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't. You just gonna apply it to a defender because he made a play. coming from out of bounds, inbounds. I mean, if anything, quarterback shouldn't have thrown it.
Yeah, so if they review it, I don't know what they would be reviewing because he definitely caught the ball in the field of play. That's what I thought. Of course, I'm thinking basketball. I know either way, as long as you reestablish both feet. But left, I really believe, this is one of those seminal moments for Marcus Freeman that is recoverable. It's recoverable. It might
Yeah,
seem like,
because what are we losing for real?
yeah, yeah, we both think Rico is replaceable. Like the fact you
All
have
of
Jaden
those, yeah, all
Greathouse.
those guys are replaceable.
So Braylon was a high ceiling guy.
We have
Tobias
forgot about
was
Braylon.
Tobias was a high ceiling guy.
Yeah,
So certain losses hurt more than other. And Jaden and Rico came from very good programs. So they were polished. And I said that when I first saw them in the spring. They were just polished young men.
yeah.
Let's see, he comes back in, reestablishes. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, how are you gonna take
Back
that
in the
from Washington?
review. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, get the ball to Dylan Johnson, dog. Like, man, Caleb DeBoer makes it so difficult, bro. Do you
Yeah.
understand? If I had, dude, do you understand how well I would run the ball with those receivers, dude?
I damn near running more almost. I'll be tempted to run it more almost.
Man, boy, I had a quarterback and receivers. Man, man, you see how they treated USC, right? They were like, dude, there's no need for us to even throw the ball tonight.
Oh, he was running all over them boys.
Like, unless we look at this dude again, it's 5'6", dude. Just give him the ball, man. I do play. I understand when you are an offensive genius, right? You're tempted because you have so much in your head. You're tempted, like, man, I want to get to this, I want to get to that. And sometimes the simplicity.
Just run that ball, man.
It's third and short, and like third and short. Now Oregon can't come with a blitz package offside. Rome, this cat Rome is. Yeah, I was about to say, good grief.
He's a little thin for me though.
Oh, Doomsday?
Yeah, he's like a thin
Bro,
Jamar Chase.
he's 215. What are you talking about?
He's got a thin build. You don't see him? He's like slim.
Bro, fam, that's 215 pounds. I don't care. 215 is 215.
You don't think he has a thin frame? He don't
No,
have a Jamar Chase frame. Jamar
that
Chase
dude, that dude bottom is far from thin, bro. You might be looking at his arms, but that dude's legs and his butt, paws, are not thin at all.
Pause.
Yeah, paws. I mean, you in sports, you talk about the thighs and the buttocks, bro. I mean, hey.
I mean, he's a slim guy though. He's strong, but he's not like Jamar Chase was a solid figure.
He was shorter. Look at this Dylan
Jamar
Johnson.
6'2", right?
Who? Jamar Chase?
6'2", right?
Man, I don't believe. Dude, Jamar Chase ain't no 6'2", dog. Six feet, dog.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way that man 6 feet.
He is listed at 6 feet. I just looked at it. Jamar Chase is not 6'2", bro.
Wow, he looks so much bigger than that.
I just looked at it on the site. He's 6 feet. Now T. Higgins might be 6'2".
Okay.
T. Higgins might be 6'5".
Okay. Yeah, T. Higgins is tall.
That's a tall dude. And T. Higgins is a slim.
Yeah, T. Higgins slim. He getting bigger though.
Justin Jefferson is a slim built guy. Rome is not slim.
Rome not fast like him though.
No, Rome just makes plays. I don't do. I think Rome is behind Marvin, but he's in front of Neighbors for me. Neighbors drops the ball a lot. I've watched a few LSU games, and he has
Neighbors.
some. Yeah, he has some
Oh yeah,
drop
neighbors.
issues.
Yeah. He has some drop issues, but man, he got
Here
the
we
most yards
go.
in college football at receiver.
This cat Dylan Johnson, man, run that little dude over.
Yeah, he ended up slipping and falling.
He up here trying to cut, man. You 1-on-1 with a defensive back, sitting up here trying to be cute. Can you tell me why Caleb DeBoer is even running this play, dude, on 3rd and 2?
Oh my God, you don't want to see the play after. You don't want to see the play after, Sean. You're gonna be like, this is like some Notre Dame.
This is what I'm saying, dude. When I tried to make Caleb DeBoer has been horrible, dude. He's been horrible.
You're gonna
And
hate this 4th down play. You're gonna hate
nobody
this.
has really put blame on him, dude. It's been Michael Penix. What is this awful? That's just flat out awful.
The 4th down play, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate the 4th.
You're gonna cut out half the field. Dude, that's just awful. Awful, man. But nobody's gonna talk about Caleb DeBoer, bro. Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah.
Got this, you 3rd and 2, got this big running back in the backfield that's pretty much puts you in this position, and here you go.
4th down's even worse, Sean.
I saw the play. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Like, dude, it's just, man, look.
Like, what are we doing? You're getting paid too much. You think you gotta outthink the position. Not everything gotta be innovative, man. It's football. Sometimes you just gotta be like 3rd and 2, let's go straight.
Man, look. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about comparing Caleb DeBoer to any other OC or Notre Dame's OC. It's to point out, put the blame where the blame lies. When it deserves to be on the players, put it on the players. When it deserves to be on the OC, put it on the OC.
That's all we're saying. Spread the love, man.
That last interception, that was Michael Penix.
All the way.
That was Bo Nix. It was bad decisions. Period. You're not putting that on the play caller.
No.
But for some reason, everything under the sun, everything is on Jared Parker. Everything.
Yep.
That's what baffles me, man. That's what baffles me. And you, dude, these 2 young men on this podcast, I'm telling you, we don't approve of the year Jared Parker's had.
That's right.
Far from it. But heck, I don't approve of a lot that's been going on the offensive side of the ball.
At all.
So, Left, anything you want to say before we close this out? And by the way, it's up to Left whether or not we do a show in the morning before the game starts.
Yeah, we can do one in the morning.
But anything else before we get out of here? Because I definitely got somebody to put on the petty train.
No, we go straight to the train, man. We got a good day for tomorrow, too.
Yep. We'll preview early tomorrow. We'll preview all the big games and talk some more about Notre Dame and its transfer portal. You know what time it is.
Petticoat. Petticoat Junction.
It's time to get petty.
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Are you upset with something?
And fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's petty history? Petty Junction.
Petty Junction, Petty Story of the Day brought to you by Nora Whiskey at NoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey at NoraWhiskey.com. I actually saw this too, because it's been on social media. Like, people are like, dude, these kids left because of the offense. That's the dumbest thing in the world, bro.
That's right.
Every receiver for the past decade has known that when they committed to Notre Dame, they were committed to a run-heavy offense. It's the goat, whether it was Brian Kelly or the coaches before that. Stop. Once again, apply accountability and responsibility where it deserves to sit. It ain't like these kids come to Notre Dame and then get shocked by the offense. Whether it was Tommy Rees or Jared Parker, they know the tight end and the running back in Notre Dame has been featured for the last 30 years.
Featured.
The whole world knows that. So stop. Y'all keep trying to make up reasons why wide receivers are leaving when we're telling you the main and biggest reason why wide receivers left. But it has to be something else. Like, man, I don't want to punch y'all ticket, but good grief, man. The truth is just not, dude, good Lord, where are the DBs at?
Truth be hard to swallow, man.
So, hey, man, Joe Smith's ex-wife, man, hey, she has to go back on the petty train, dude.
What she done?
I don't know if you saw this latest video from this interview she did where she talked about how she slept with both members of Kid and Play.
Jesus.
Jada Pinkett Smith. She also slept with Tupac and ruined his relationship. And Jada Pinkett Smith, she listed some women that she slept with. I'm like, okay, you have exposed yourself now. You definitely did all this crap. You definitely did all this crap trying to make some money.
Jesus.
Because it's like, what? Who? Why are you even bringing this stuff up? For what? Oh my God. I had to put on the petty train left. It's like, this is ridiculous.
You know,
man.
it's the day and age. Everything is coming out. Everything is coming out. So I think these people have discovered Instagram and these podcasts on YouTube. And because of that, they feel like they missed out on a lot. So they got a lot to tell. These cameras are brighter and brighter in 2023. And they see a lot of people getting money and fame off of it. So they're like, man, I'm going to tell y'all everything that happened in the 90s, early 2000s. Because social media wasn't around, and it's going to get them clicks. And Joe Smith's wife, Joe Smith, that brother didn't. You got to know who you're choosing now.
Man, dude, it is absolutely outrageous, man. So tomorrow is a Saturday morning, Left. You're on the left coast. It's up to you how early we start, bro.
Early in the morning is the better thing for me because before the babies get up.
Okay, now, so if I say we starting at 9 o'clock my time,
We there.
that means 7 o'clock your time.
We up.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
We'll post it 9 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. LL. We'll have some special guests too. We'll make sure we get some guests on and talk about
That's right. That's right.
Hey man, enjoy the rest of this Pac-12 matchup. Looks like it's gonna go down to the end. Yeah.
They gonna get tight in that play calling. I know that. I'm already watching.
Make sure you spin it different.